Hey all, this is Ale. Welcome to the Sanctum, you Sanctumites. So, Lord of the Rings. Yeah! We probably, as you probably not remember, or may not remember, have I actually done the Lord of the Rings tarot deck? Ooh, I think I have. If not, we are going to do them. But I also have the Lord of the Rings Oracle. This, if I remember, is out of print. Yeah, I'm showing you my out of print stuff. I actually have the box. Box opens. It has a ring. It has a book. It has a map. Cause dude, it has a map. So it has a map. Look at that. It has a map. It has a map. It has a map. So it has all these awesome things. The book is small, which is nice. It's portable. Portable books are my friends. It has these cards, which look like the map almost. Put the map back in. I'm going to move this for a minute. It even has the ring. And it asked me if I actually do this the right way when I play with this. No. The answer to the question is no. So it has the ring with the carvings in it. One ring shall lead them. One ring to unite them. The book is actually really interesting because it has an introduction to the Oracle. It says the Oracle consists of 3 parts: the ring, the map, and the cards. Each section may be used independently or in conjunction with each other to cast light upon the events of the past, present, and future. The map shows us the various realms of the action that occur. The card shows characters, creatures, races, various beings, and locations. And they are considered as thought, as filters which we can interact with the influence that life's journey brings. You can spread the map open across the flat surface, which is considered your life. You take out the cards, spread them across the map, and you're looking at possible choices. Thirdly, you may not take out the Great Ring. You can thread it onto a cord of your choice, and it will basically become a pendulum. I actually have a pendulum, so I probably would use that, but etc. So when you have the spreads, I'm going to show you one of the pictures that they show you how it can work. So you can place out a card in an area and it'll give you an idea of how it works. So the map tells you, it says where you can use the cards. When intuition chooses the moment, stop, cut out the card, the deck of cards, and see the knowledge that lies within. So the cards have different things. There's 40 different cards, and it tells you what the different cards mean. A reverse meaning, personal indication, esoteric meaning. And they have different kinds of spreads. Now, the interesting thing about the spreads is they have like one called the Dwarven spread, which is an overview of all aspects of your life. It's kind of like the Dwarf of Moria. Yeah, I like it. The Elven spread, it's designed to tell you in detail about what's going on within any particular sphere of your life. The Eye of Sauron spread, which, oh my god, that's actually pretty cool. And then how to use them together in conjunction. And it gives you a biography of J.R.R. Tolkien as well, which is kind of cool. Now, one thing about this deck is I love the pictures. They're different, they're unique. They're kind of like a watercolor, which is kind of neat. Like this is Saruman, the false counselor. The Blessed Realms. The Great River Anduin. the realm of Lothlorien, the Staff of Gandalf, the Great Sea, and the Hobbits, the Ghost Army of Gondor, the Corsairs, the Elves, the Eagles, the Mirror of Galadriel. So, as you can tell, the pictures are like a combination of almost like watercolors, which is kind of cool. So, this deck is actually, I got this deck during the Lord of the Rings movie. So we're out. And a friend of mine told me to get it, and I got it. I don't remember how I got it. I want to say I ordered it, or I was given it. One of the two. And I haven't really used it tons since then. And the reason why is when I got it, I was kind of like, I'm not sure I like necessarily the whole concept of using it. It's a whole pendulum and the map and the doohickey, and I'm an oracle girl, yet, etc. And then I found over time I would go and use it for certain things. So I discovered that I tend to use my mom, bless her soul, she's gone, word mobilize. Things, take what works, put aside what doesn't, and stuff. So I tended to use the cards, and then I would actually use the ring in a different way. So in the map, I would actually use as actually like a spread cloth. So when I would do it, when I would do the spread, when certain things hit certain areas, I know, and they would line up to whatever the cards were. When those cards would hit certain areas on the map, I knew for a fact that was especially if they were mapped, the map places and the cards would line up together, that those were instinctively on target, really important. These aspects align, you really need to pay attention here, kind of thing. But otherwise, yeah, I kind of do them separately. So we're going to do... Why is it with 3 cards lately? I want to do a 2 card. They tell me I got to do 3. So we have Lady Eowyn, the Mines of Moria, yay, and the Misty Mountains. So we're going to go through here and take a look. Now you're probably wondering why I did not even tell you what I was going to read for. There's a reason for that, because I knew what I was looking to do and I didn't want to do anything. So the Mines of Moria, it's the journey through the labyrinth is a recurring one in the world mythology. Each of us must make this journey. We feel deserted with only our intuition and faith to help us. We must avoid despair on the one hand and hitting out on the other. Retaining our self-control and a spiritual perspective is vital. Remember, those whom we regard as our adversaries in life may actually be our greatest teachers. And remember, for the the entrance to the mines, we see the dwarven words, which speak unspoken aloud, open the door. Speak, friend, and enter. So, it is one of the things about this card that has always amazed me, and it's also the same thing in regards to the movie, is the fact of how everybody had trouble with the whole idea of how to enter into this mine. But I think that was also part of the whole thing, was we all say things or think we mean things that can be construed in different ways, and we think we're speaking straight talk, but we necessarily are not. It's a grammar thing. We all talk about grammar police. But if you don't use the comma correctly, you're either, you know, you're talking about these nuts or you're talking about these nuts. So it's a whole different ball game. And sometimes when you think you're the most alone, you're not. You're not with somebody you hate. You're with somebody that actually may be having the same fears but is projecting outwards at you because they don't know how to ask for help. Just like you. Oh my God. So it's something that really kind of resonates. The other thing is the Misty Mountains. The Misty Mountains divided the relatively safe area to the west, the Shire, Rivendell, etc., from the far more dangerous realm to the east. It was a major demarcation line, both geographically and symbolically. Beyond this point, a far more serious level of commitment would be required from each of the travelers if they were going to attain their dream of regaining their ancestral kingdom. One thing about the Misty Mountains, for me, has always been the fact that it has always been a mystical, dark place. It has always been that here be dragons, point of a map. Here be the bad things, past this point. But you never grow. You never learn unless you learn to go past that barrier. Sometimes, yeah, there are bad things. And you have to be prepared. But also, too, you learn how to do more, to be more. You learn how to cherish the things that you do love by furthering yourself. So be aware, be alive. So Lady Eowyn, she stands before us, armed and militant. She holds her sword ready, her shield is upon her arm, her golden hair streams free upon her shoulders. Behind her we see the stark, reeling contrast between dark and light. This is a truly powerful female warrior who, in slaying the Nazgul chief, accomplished more than any man could ever have done. She lost her uncle, King Theoden, in the battle, and afterwards spent time recovering from the effects of the Black Rider's infamous breath. She was truly a dynamic and inspirational warrior who disobeyed her own king's orders not to join the battle. So this is about an influential female in your life. Being in touch with your own emotions, feelings, and intuition, yet maintaining the ability to act decisively when required to do so. How many people in your life can you say inspire you? I mean, like, truly inspire you. Now, when it comes to my everyday life, and for me, my everyday life is people I know online every day in my day-to-day scene life that I have offline, everywhere. There are a few who inspire me to do greater things. There's Ethany, there's Benabel Wen, Colette Baron Reed, Tori Hartman, my friend Silver, my friend Shaw, Jen, who's a vet of awesomeness, who's helped me with my dog, who's gotten so much better. My friend Leslie, who has been the reason why I'm able to write fiction again. Those 8 women are my inspiration, and there's JR and Nick and Adam Gorham and Matthew Rosenberg, to just to name a few of the guys who are part of my life in a different vein, both online, and they inspire me to learn stuff. I had to learn Adobe Spark, because of JR, and Nick is the one who's encouraged me to learn to do Photoshop stuff. Yeah, it's doing okay. Photoshop and I don't get along well. We hate each other, but it's getting better. Using the app is making a bit of a difference. Matthew Rosenberg is also known as Ashcan Press on Twitter. He is a comic book writer. He is outstanding. He has been a huge, big influence. Him and Adam Gorham, who draws comics, have been majorly influential on me writing again and wanting to get back into the world of writing comics, because I wanted to do it when I was younger and didn't, and I want to get back into trying to do it again. I blame them completely. But they also inspired me the fact of wanting to do my own tarot and oracle deck because of that, because of the creativity they engender, the whole storyline process. Same thing with Colette and Benabel and Anthony, and they all together have inspired me in such a soul deep level. It's amazing. I cannot thank them enough. Peggy is also a huge reason why, bless her. She has been outstanding, her and Laura. So this oracle deck is actually one I will tell you that I normally don't use, but when I do use it, it is important. Eventually I'm going to have to like just deal with this. So yeah, take it, use it. If you find it, get it. I mean, you probably, depending where you can find it online, you might be able to get it for a fairly decent price. I know some places have it for outrageously amounts of money. Don't pay outrageous amounts of money. You shouldn't have to do that. But if you get something that's similar to it, definitely indulge. If you are a Lord of the Ring fan, this is made for you. Eventually, if I haven't done the Lord of the Ring or tarot deck, I will do it. It is actually one of my favorite tarot decks to use. Specifically because I love the way that it's set up and the pictures are like magnificent. So, enough for now. I will talk to y'all later. Bendithium. Until next time.